33 NFL agents were polled by The Athletic about the most surprising decision of the offseason. Dak Prescott's 4-year, $160 million contract after suffering a broken ankle last year was tied for the most votes. One agent said, quote, "The Cowboys were willing to give him that without a franchise or transition tag and basically let him hold them hostage 4 years from now. From a team standpoint, it doesn't make a lot of sense." Shannon, will this turn out to be a great or bad move by Jerry Jones?
It was the only move. And I told you at the time, Skip, I said, once they let Carson Wentz and they let Jared Goff get these deals done with 2 years left on their contract, and Dak didn't get his deal done, I said, Skip, he's not going to take the same money they gave them. You say, well, it's a Goff Wentz. I said, he's not going to do it. He said because he saw those franchises with 2 years left, the 4th year and the 5th year option, they went out and extended him. Neither one of those guys are currently on the team. So Dak was like, y'all ain't gonna, I mean, they were first round pick, first and second. They got 2 years left. I got 1 year. Ain't nobody gonna talk to me. Don't worry about it. So he said, you know what? I'll play on this franchise tag. Now, I'll play, if I have to, I will play next year's franchise tag at $38 million. Do you want $38 million on your cap? And then the following year, that's going to be 50 plus. So, Skip, they really didn't have a choice because they put themselves in a bind by pushing the ball down the road, kicking the can down the road, so to speak, like, okay, we'll see if he's this good. And guess what? Dak played good again. Well, let's see if he can do it again. He did it again. So they really didn't have a choice in the matter, Skip. And looking at the cap and where it's heading, this is about to be a bargain. Middle of the pack quarterbacks in the next 3 to 5 years will be making $40 million. The top tier quarterbacks could be making 50 to 55 million. 3 to 5 years, watch what I say. Dak's gonna look like a bargain in year 3 of this deal.
A bargain.
Bargain.
Sharp. Whoa, boy, I hope you're right.
I ain't let nobody win no Super Bowl now. I just ain't gonna look like a bargain considering where the market is heading. That's all I said. So you thought I said, oh, you thought I meant, you thought I said he gonna win a Super Bowl, multiple Super Bowls, it's gonna be a bargain like that, huh? No. Just the prices are going up. That's all I meant, Skip.
But didn't you say on signing day when it finally happened and Jerry Jones admitted that, as I kept saying, he got taken to the cleaners and then to the bank? Got robbed.
Yep.
Didn't you say that Dak Prescott now has to win at least one Super Bowl to justify this kind of money?
Yes.
One Super Bowl.
One.
Now you're saying there's no way.
No, I said the other day ain't win no Super Bowl. You told me Jerry was
conclusion, back to the question, great or bad, then it's going to turn out to be a bad deal for Jerry Jones.
Let me ask you a question. But once you see where the quarterback market is heading, we see Josh Allen. We're going to take Patrick Mahomes because he's already won. We see where Josh Allen is going. Lamar Jackson is about to come. Kyler Murray is about to come. You're about to see guys start to go in that 42, 45 million. Aaron Rodgers, what he does next year. You're about to see, Skip, in the next 3 to 5 years, $50 million is going to be top tier.
Okay.
What Dak is, I say in another 2 years, Dak's going to probably be the 8th or 9th highest paid quarterback. And you still have him for another 2 years.
Okay, remember, this is only a 4-year deal. So Dak got exactly what he wanted from the start, and you can't tag him after the 4 years. So he is scot-free again to hit the total free agent market. Unrestricted, right? Okay, so you say he had no other options. No, he had other options, but you'd have to head this off the pass. If you don't buy completely into Dak Prescott, and it became clear to me he doesn't buy completely in. He did in the end because by that point, he had no other options.
Right.
But along the trail, if you had first guessed this, if you had gone with your instincts and said, I don't know, he was a 4th-round pick, and occasionally he looks like a 4th-round pick. If that's your gut instinct, I'm not saying it's mine, but it seemed to be Jerry's.
Right.
Because once they fell apart through the 2019 season, it got to be a Cold War. It was do not invite them.
Right.
It felt like it was never going to get done because I think there was some real animosity on both sides, right? At the bargaining table. Okay, there's some turning point along there where you could have, you could have tried to trade Dak Prescott and get a 1st-round pick back for him that you eventually could use on one of these young quarterbacks.
But guess what you'd have had to do? You'd have had to trade that pick. And what doesn't Jerry like to do? Trade draft capital. So he might move up or down, but that would require to get one of these quarterbacks, Skip. That number is going to require you to go into the top 5.
Okay, and I first guessed this. When the GOAT hit the market, when Bill Belichick let the GOAT go from New England, I came right in here and I said, you know what? Because it feels like Dak and Jerry have gone so sour on each other. I said, I'm plunging into the GOAT market. I'm going to make a run at Brady.
But you're assuming he wants to go to you.
Okay, well, I don't know that. But again, it's America's team. You said it earlier in the show. It's the premier quarterback position in football. And they did have weapons at that point, and they did have an offensive line. I don't know. Maybe he would have been intrigued by being a Dallas Cowboy and wearing that star on the helmet and following Staubach and Aikman.
The difference is Tom Brady is a brand in and of himself. So unlike other quarterbacks that might be willing to go there, Tom Brady is a standalone. He doesn't need to. He doesn't need.
Okay, you could be right, but you could try. You could. Maybe they did kick the tires.
The question. No. This is how Tom Brady, knowing what he had for 20 years, Mr. Kraft stayed out of it. The coach is coach. He ain't fooling with Jerry. See, what people think sometimes is a blessing is also a curse.
Okay, but I don't know about what Tom Brady. Maybe when he was talking about, you're going to stick with that. Blankety blank.
Man, he ain't talking about the Cowboys. He ain't going to Skip.
He was talking about the Cowboys.
That man wanted to be on the coast. He wanted to be by water.
Well, maybe. I don't know. The Cowboys have a lot of curb appeal, man, from a distance.
Not the Tom.
I don't know about
You
that.
think Giselle want to live in? You think Giselle want to live in the South? Does that strike you as something?
It's Hollywood, Texas. Trust me. It is. It's Glamour City.
Skip.
It is a big stage.
Do that couple strike you as a couple? Say, you know what? Dallas, Texas is our home.
Okay, but does Giselle want to live in Tampa? I get Miami or Fort Lauderdale or whatever, but not Tampa.
Tampa.
Yeah.
Tampa, that water, he just got him a yacht right on the water. Cool, boom.
Yeah, I got it, but he picked the sucking ears and turned them into Super Bowl champs.
But guess what, Skip? Where a coach is coaching, ownership stays out of it.
Yeah. Okay, I got that. But you go win a Super Bowl for the Dallas Cowboys?
Can you imagine? Tom Brady's expecting the head coach to say something, and here comes Jerry walking in and address the team. Skip, Tom Brady's still a traditionalist.
Yeah.
He's still coaches coach, position coaches coach, ownership stays out of the way.
Okay. Maybe for once Jerry would have listened to somebody. Jerry, go sit down.
Jerry, you know Jerry.
Here's the big question. Is Tom Brady set to have his best year ever at age 44? We're just going to say this every year, change the age. We're back to it, 44 this time around. That's next.